We're streaming. We're officially live.
Oh, all right.
So,
Live with audio?
yeah.
All right.
Hi, folks. Welcome in. We're going to get started in a couple minutes here, so if people want to head to seats in the center tables, we'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Hi.
I'll wait until we start doing the walk. Don't we up by the front?
Yeah, sure. If you want to sit like on the ledge or something, you're here. Evelyn needs to introduce.
Something that we built. By we, I mean, essentially just the tools that make like you know, like a Soviet plane. Yeah. It's like a light. So do you remember what? It's strong in front of me. Yeah. Yeah. It's under the table. It's going to show up like down the right. The two things that make it purple. Under all the tables.
All right, hello everyone. It is now 6 p.m. So if you could please start making your way to the tables and find a seat and get comfy.
They're like no outlets. It's already shared. No, that's why.
So if you're at or if there are no available spots, and find a comfortable place to stand. All right. So, good evening, everyone. I am honored to welcome you all to SARP's 2025 End of Year Showcase. This is our third year doing this. It's in a different location than the last year, but it'll be just as good. And I'm also honored to say that it is my third time getting to say that I am no rocket scientist. I will be the MC of tonight, and I'm just the business finance lead. So basically, I do the budgeting, the purchase orders. I make sure that the club has everything, all the materials needed to actually make the rocket. So basically what tonight is all about is for us to showcase what we've been working on in the past year. So we have SARP split into different sub-teams, as you can see at the different tables. And so we, just to go over the main program of tonight, we're going to do a short little half an hour or so presentation going over what SARP is, who we are, etc. And then after that, you're free to roam around and look at all of what we have prepared for you. And then you get to talk to our student engineers, etc. And then I do want to mention our business table. That is one of the sub-teams. Say hi to the business table. Hello. We are also selling merch there, as well as cool stickers, shirts, hats, etc. And then there's also some QR codes if you would like to donate. So donations always welcome. And then if you have not picked up a raffle ticket, we're doing raffles later at 7:30. So that's the time when you guys are roaming around, then we'll call the raffles. So please grab one if you have not yet. But let's begin the presentation. So let's welcome Neha, the current project manager of this year.
It's gonna go in. I can just hold it. Hi everyone. Thank you guys for coming out. I cannot stress how amazing it is to see so many faces out here today. SARP really is fully run by the family of our team and our team members, so it's really awesome to see so many folks out here supporting us. My name is Neha. I've been the project manager for this year. It's been an honor, and I'm excited to share what we've been working on throughout the year. So to start off, just an overview of what SARP is. SARP stands for Society for Advanced Rocket Propulsion. We are one of the largest engineering teams on campus here at UW. Currently, we have 120 members, most of whom are in this room. We have more than 800 alumni who are all, for the most part, in the aerospace industry at this point. So we have a pretty good alumni network going. And our main goal here is to provide our members an opportunity outside of the classroom to go beyond what we're learning in school. And we do that by designing and building a high-powered rocket, 2 this year, while developing technical and professional skills. And then a quick history of our RSO. We started out as a grad course. We started attending the Intercollegiate Rocket Engineering Competition in 2011. Became an RSO in 2014, won the 30K category in 2018, doing hybrid rockets at that time. In 2019, we won the entire competition, also doing hybrids, and the team sort of felt like there wasn't really much more to do at IREC at that point for us. So we stepped back, started developing liquid bipropellant engines, and then we got hit with COVID. So that engine was sort of in the manufacturing and testing stage for a couple of years there. In 2023, we started the Stargazer design study, which was intended to be a space shot rocket. We also stepped into solids for the first time. We built Pocket Rocket, which is on display today. And we also continued manufacturing and attempting to fire our liquid engine. Last year, we had our first solid rocket launch. It was an amazing success. We also flew Short King, which was our IREC competition rocket. And we also fired our liquid engine. So it was a massive year for the team. And we've had an amazing journey after that, sort of building off of what we've done and moving forward. This is our leadership for the year. It's been an honor to lead the team alongside these lovely folks, most of whom are here, and I'm sure are very happy to talk to everyone afterwards about what their projects have been working on. Most of these folks are also graduating, so this will be the last chance to speak to them about what they've been working on. So I would encourage you all to seek them out. Our goals from last year, if you were at our showcase last year, these will look a little familiar. We started off the year intending to enter the 30K Student Research and Developed Solids category at IREC. We also wanted to enter Far Out, which is a liquids and hybrids competition, so that we could get on a yearly design cycle for our liquids team. We were also targeting a lot of growth in our members, which includes machine shop training for everyone, composite shop training for at least all of our structures members. And then we also were trying to get really clear SOPs and good documentation. And we were also striving for project ownership. So let's see what we did out of that. The green is stuff that I would say we've accomplished pretty well, and the yellow we're still working towards. We are entering IREC again. Our IREC rocket is at the back there, along with the structures poster. It's beautiful. We have gone down a category to the 10K COTS category once again, but our rocket is also able to fly to 30K with a different configuration, which is pretty cool. We've deferred our entry into Far Out to next year, so we are still trying to compete. It's just become a longer design cycle. We've increased our shop masters from like 2 up to 5 or 6 in the UW community. So 5 or 6 of our members are able to run the shop and supervise our members, which has been a huge win for us. A lot of our team has gone back into the shops and has hands-on experience manufacturing parts that they've designed, which is awesome. A lot of our structures team is also composite shop trained. They have lots of cool pictures from layups that you guys will get to see later on. And I think project ownership has also increased. Our team has decreased in size by about 30 people. And I think everyone here can confidently point to a part and tell you about how they designed it, how they tested it, how they built it, and where it's going to go on the rocket, which is really, really awesome. What we're working on still is getting some clearer SOPs down. We've been working on that a lot, especially these last 2 quarters, so we can be above board on everything and really satisfy the departments and the university's requirements to make sure that everything we do is safe. We've also been working on documentation. We've gotten pretty good at this also, so just logging what we do during our tests, logging how the year works, how SARP works has been a big task of ours, and we're making good progress towards that goal also. I also want to highlight what our sub-teams have been up to. Everyone has their posters. They're all lovely, but there's lots of folks here, and I'm not sure if everyone will get time to talk to everyone. So I just wanted to do a quick overview of the major accomplishments from all of our sub-teams this year. Starting off strong, our business marketing team, which is back there, they have done lots of really cool work. We got to do a U-Bookstore partnership this year, which was really awesome. That's the sticker in the top right that I'm realizing the live stream cannot see. That is free to go get at the U-Bookstore right now if you are interested. They've also created some really cool merch. We had to do 2 merch runs because people liked it so much. So that was also very awesome. We've done lots of outreach events this year, some we've never done before also. And we've also been able to maintain lots of cool sponsorships and relationships with corporations and start new ones, which has been really cool. On the liquid side of things, we are still intending to enter far out for next year. We are planning to use our proven hot fire hardware, which a lot of it is at the liquid prop table, to develop hardware that'll work for flight also. We've really been focused this year on getting approvals through for testing. So that includes hydrostatic testing, integrated testing, and static firing. And I think getting the process of the SOPs done is helping everyone understand those procedures a lot better. So we've been working on that. And we are also planning to fly the Ares payload, which you can check out at the payload table up here on this rocket to simplify recovery and also because it's a cool payload. So a bit more detail on the teams. Avionics is back there if you want to chat with them afterwards. They've created some really awesome PCBs to help with our fill system and our fire system. And they've also been doing lots of wire harnessing work to make our setup on site a lot easier. So really awesome work being done there. Liquid Propulsion, which is right next to them over here, has been developing a liquid bipropellant rocket engine building on the one that we fired. They've also been iterating on the fluid systems and the test hardware. So this is the cutaway of the engine, and then the picture on the right is our test stand, which you can also look at in person over here, and it's pretty cool. The payload team, again, up here in the front, has been iterating on Ares, which stands for the Autonomous Control Experimental System for far out. That system has like 2 motors that help guide a Regalo wing so that we can help guide the rocket's landing, which makes it so we don't really need to have a drogue if it works. So if you want to hear more about that and the iterations they've made from last year's launch, you can come talk to them up here. And then on the solid side of things, as I said, we are going back to IREC once again. We are flying Cherry Bomb, which is a rocket that can be modded for 10K or 30K. The rocket back there is a 10K version. The 30K version is being manufactured so that we'll be safe for IREC no matter how that launch goes. We had our first dual deployment recovery system successfully deploy in recent history, and you can learn more about that at the recovery table. And we also have a gyroscope payload and live video on there, so that is also at the payload table. A bit more details about this rocket. It's 6 inches in diameter, and it's like 10.5 feet tall, which you can see if you go back there and check it out. We're targeting 10,440 feet, and then we're going a little below Mach 1 for max velocity, and the max thrust we're getting out of a COTS motor is 650 pounds. So it's a pretty cool rocket. The projects on this rocket include solid propulsion, which is up here. Solid propulsion was intended to run the entire propulsion system for this rocket, but we weren't able to do SRAD, unfortunately, due to not getting approvals in time. So solid propulsion did lots of research and development of solid motor casing, including like the nozzle, the aft closure, the forward closure, the casing, all of that, and also researching different mixtures. And they also designed and built a test stand, which you can also see up here, to test different configurations of that motor. So they will be very happy to talk about their goals for next year, I think, and all the work they've done this year, which is very impressive given what they've overcome with restrictions and things like that. The payload team has also been outstanding this year. They went from having an experimental R&D project last year to pulling off 2 really incredible payloads that will both be flying this year. So they have the gyroscope and a live video streaming system that'll be in a 3U CubeSat unit on the IREC rocket, and the gyroscope is fully made by students on campus with some help from outside. But you can hear more about how that's working, including the testing of it, the manufacturing of it, the design of it, everything, and how we plan to scale up from it next year. And then recovery, like I said, has pulled off a really cool system this year after the trials and tribulations of last year. So we have a really cool picture of that recovery system at work. And the fully recovered rocket, a big part of IREC is a reflyable rocket. And our rocket landed perfectly. We would have been able to refly that day if we had time. And that is a huge win for the team. So be sure to chat with them about what they've been up to. And then Structures has also had an incredible year. They started this year off with some really insane goals, and I think they've hit everything that they possibly could. We've done a new nose cone manufacturing method, which is a wet layup on a 3D printed mold. We've never done this before, and it worked beautifully. The nose cone is on the rocket right now if you want to go check it out. And our airframes are beautiful as ever. Last year at IREC, people thought we purchased them because they look so good, and they still look amazing, and we've passed on that knowledge to new SARPers. So that is something that we keep passing down through the team. We also have a beautiful tip-to-tip layup on that rocket on the fins. So they're doing really great manufacturing these rockets seamlessly, and they're also currently working on the 30K configuration for flight next weekend. And then we have a quick video of Cherry Bomb launching thanks to Audrey, which I will play now.
Artlist.io.
Rocket! Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, thank you, Audrey. Audrey has edited our launch videos for the 2nd year in a row, and they are super entertaining and awesome. And thank you to everyone who went to that launch. We had like 45 SARPers out there, and it went really well. And the people there also loved to have us, so we were glad to have that event. Not good. I want to finish this off with some thank yous. SARP is a lot of work, and a lot of people make it happen. The AA department generously lets us use a space in the wind tunnel and a storage space in AERB. And they also give us money every year and help us with our budgeting and our purchasing and getting all our approvals through. So thank you to all of their staff and the department as a whole. Dr. Williams, who is in the back, donates so many more hours of time than he is required to. And he deals with us every single week very patiently and has been super helpful through getting our approvals through and helping us sort of navigate the situation that we've been in this year. And also Bryce is our industry advisor. He is our flyer of record for our solids program. So for IREC, we need to have an L3 certified flyer to officially fly our rocket. And he attends all the design reviews for that and gives us lots of really good feedback and is super supportive for the team. He also made experimental motors for us to fly on this year because they're cheaper for our test launches. So huge thank you to him. And then some more thank yous this year. The Washington Aerospace Club has attended a lot of our design reviews and given lots of feedback. They've also been at launches with us and been super supportive and helpful, so we appreciate them. Bob Yanushek was our flyer of record for that launch we just saw, and he stepped in like 4 days before the launch to do it, so we were super appreciative of him. Ben and Ryan are 2 advisors also. They are in our Discord server and will randomly lurk in and reply when someone needs help, and it's really awesome to see. Fresh Consulting is a local company, and they've helped us manufacture some components, especially for payload. So thank you to them. Johnny, who is also here, I believe, somewhere, is our new Blue Origin advisor. We've only had one meeting with him, but we're really excited to see where that partnership takes us, and we're grateful for his and Blue Origin's support. SARP alumni, some of whom are in this room, some of whom I'm sure are online. We really have a lot of asks randomly when we realize there's stuff that was like made 5 or 6 years ago that we don't understand, and people have been super responsive and helpful. People have also donated lots of their time to come to our design reviews and also money, and we're really appreciative of that and of your support. And lastly, I want to thank the shop masters on campus. As I said, we've had a massive push to have newer people use the shops, which means lots of questions that probably aren't the best asked questions sometimes because people have never been in the shop before, and it's super overwhelming. And our shop masters are so patient with us. So Sean from the AA shop, Eamon, V, and Kyle and Bill from the ME shops, and Kevin from the Chem shop have been super invaluable to our team. And also thank you everyone who is here, family, friends. You guys mean a lot to the team, and you really make it possible for us to do what we do. And with that, I'm excited to pass it on to Alex, who is our project manager for next year, to talk a bit about where the team is headed.
Thank you, Neha.
I guess I'll just hold this. Before we get started, I do want to thank you, Neha, and our 2 chief engineers on behalf of the whole team. We've been through a lot this year. In fact, I would like you to invite you up, Neha and Gavin. I'm not sure if Connor's here, but if he snuck in, you're welcome to come up as well. We have a little gift for you. All right, yeah. Thank you both. Our team has been through a lot this year, but you've both stuck with it and shown a lot of resilience, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, please give them both a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so this is the team that I will have the pleasure of working with over the next year in leading our team. I think we're going to have a really great year ahead of us, and I'm excited to work with all of you. Yeah, we've got a great spread to going forward. I'm very happy. I want to talk a bit about what our plans are going to be for going into next year. We are planning on returning to IREC again to participate in the 30K SRAD category. For those of you who aren't familiar, IREC has gone through many different names, but it today is known as the International Rocket Engineering Competition. It's the largest intercollegiate rocket competition in the world. We have about, I think, 120 teams competing this year. So it's a really huge competition and a great environment for our team to be in. Also, it gives us the great opportunity of participating in a year-long design cycle. Especially for new members who are just coming onto the team, it's really beneficial to have an environment where they're not coming into a rocket midway through a design. It's great to have that opportunity to start fresh from a new design and then walk it through all the way to flight. IREC is also a widely recognized competition within the aerospace industry. So when we're talking about the experiences we've had on the team with employees and other companies, it's a really great way for them to recognize the work we've been doing. And it also fosters a competitive team environment as well. And that gives us a really great way for members to apply themselves and have a goal to be working towards throughout the year. I also want to talk about Far Out. That is the competition we'll be flying our liquids rocket in next year. It's a lot newer than IREC. It's only about 3 or 4 years old. So it's way smaller in scope, but it really does specialize in liquids and hybrid rocketry. So it's a great environment for our liquids team to be working in as well. Liquid rocketry as a whole gives us a lot more opportunity to do research and development and working towards more complex propulsion systems. It also reflects more of what is common practice in the industry. The era of SRBs is kind of at an end, but a lot of the work that team is doing is readily applicable. It also introduces the opportunity to work on new technical challenges like avionics and liquid propulsion systems that are unique to liquid rocketry. More detail into what our actual rockets are going to be looking like next year. Neha mentioned Pocket Rocket to my right already. That's our test bed. We'll be continuing to use that as a test bed for Ares, which is our autonomous recovery experimental system. And that'll be flying on our liquids rocket next year. It's also a great resource for testing other payloads and flight data recorders and anything that needs to be tested in flight. It's a great resource because it's, as you can see comparatively, way simpler to integrate and a lot easier to fly in one day. And it also gives us a great opportunity to have new members at the start of the year experience a flight for the first time. That's a bit of a tradition we started last year. We opened the year with a flight of PR. So that's a great way to get our members excited for the year ahead. Talking a bit more about Jumpcracker, that's our liquids rocket. That development is going to continue based off of the work that we started this year. We're planning on having a hot fire of LC4, that's our liquids engine, sometime next year. And following that, it'll be integrated into the rocket and flying at far out in 2026 in the 5 to 15,000 foot category. As Nehan mentioned, this has been extended into a 2-year design cycle that started last spring. And of course, our solids rocket for next year at IREC doesn't currently have a name because the design has not yet started. That'll be happening this summer, but that'll be a continuation of the SRAD solids, or Student Research and Developed Solids program, and that will allow us to apply a lot of the work we've done this year. As you've heard, our rocket in the back there, Cherry Bomb, can be flown in the 30K configuration, and we look forward to competing in that category coming next year. In terms of timeline, a little bit more information on that. Applications will open in the summer, so for any non-members who are students that are interested in applying, be looking out for that. We'll have a newsletter coming out soon with information on how to apply. We'll also be working on onboarding and getting members trained to use things like the machine shops and to be trained in all of the necessary safety procedures and any hazardous processes that our team is working on. We'll also be working towards our preliminary design review for our competition rocket at IREC and component CDRs or critical design reviews for our Jumpcracker rocket as well. And hopefully, if we get approval to do so, our solids research and development team will be casting and firing a solids motor, and hopefully we'll be launching PR as well to test some of our Jumpcracker payloads. In the winter, that's when we progress further down the design cycle towards our critical design review for our IREC rocket, and that's the point where we're going to start manufacturing for our competition, as well as conduct some more hydrostatic testing for our liquids components. And then in the spring, we'll be finalizing our competition hardware. We'll be doing hot fires for both our SRAD final motor and for our liquids team. And we'll hopefully be doing a test launch as we did this year of our competition rockets. And then we'll fly at IREC, who knows where that'll be, and at far out in the Mojave. All right, I do want to take a brief moment to talk about some of the wider goals that I have for SARP as an organization. First and foremost, we'll be advocating for the existence of our student research and development teams for our liquids and solids as competition teams, since that is a bit of an open question right now, but that is something I will be working towards. Additionally, we've been considering prioritizing the onboarding of freshmen and underclassmen for manufacturing roles as a good way to have them take on some project ownership and really be hands-on for a lot of the work our team is doing earlier in their time with SARP. Neha mentioned that we've done a lot of work with improving our ability to manufacture composites over this year, and that's something we're looking forward to expanding to more of our team as well, since right now there are a few, but highly skilled, but very small number of individuals on our team who can do that. One other thing we'd like to work on is expanding our footprint into UW's business community. We have a great wealth of business students attending our school here, and our business team is very important in operating our team as a whole. They're responsible for getting all of our materials here, working with industry sponsors, marketing our team, both to university students and to the industry as a whole. That leads into my next goal, which is enhancing our team's public profile, working more with sponsors, accruing a wider wealth of mentors. Additionally, a lot of work has been done this year in documenting the hazardous procedures and the work we want to do. And I think there's a lot of work still to be done, but we've made good progress, and that'll be another key aspect of going into our research for our liquids and solids teams. And finally, should the senior cohort be interested, supporting a SARP capstone is something we've been doing this year and something we may continue as well. And finally, working on expanding our documentation for all of our rocket systems and passing down technical knowledge is always good to be able to preserve the knowledge we've gained this year and continue to enhance the quality of engineering that we create as a team. Finally, I think this is at the point where Evelyn is going to come back in. All right, thank you.
Let's give like another round of applause because I know he will take the team very, very far next year. And back to the stickers and merch for sale. Just want to reiterate, we do have that available at that back table. So please support us. And then also, once again, donations always welcome. And then I also want to go over quickly sponsors. Thank you to all our sponsors. We actually could not do it without them. This includes money, parts, and mentors, etc. And then, so the raffle prizes are once again going to be announced at 7:30. So please stick around for that. We have some Bluetooth headphones as well as this like really adorable like crochet rocket thing. You're gonna want that. And then lastly, before we let you go to look at all of the tables, we have, or I guess I wanted to also say thank you to Neha, our project manager, and both of our chief engineers, so including Gavin and Connor. They put in so much work into this team. They motivate and inspire a lot of the team members. And then this goes for everyone here, but we put in so much hard work, stay up late, get up early in the morning. And I just want to recognize that everyone here, has put in so much work to the team. And then that concludes our showcase presentation. And then now we can just roam around and then look at all of the posters and what we have presented for you, ask them questions, And then feel free to grab some beverages and snacks as well. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Probably. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. Also, we